Don't stop believing. All right, so sorry I hit puberty at the end there, but welcome back to the channel, everybody. So, hey, I want to do a quick workshop on what belief is, what a state is, why they're related, and how it influences us. I'm going to try to do this in 5 minutes or less, okay? So, according to Neville, a state is a body of beliefs. Please keep that in mind. There's never one belief. A belief never stands alone. Somebody put that in the chat below. A belief never stands alone, okay? So what that means is that there are other beliefs that are always supporting the main belief, your dominant belief, whatever it is. In Scripture, it's called the high priest. And notice that sometimes you're encouraged to bring it to the high priest, right? Meaning you bring your individual view of life to the high priest, which is your dominant view about life. So meaning you have beliefs about yourself, I'm rich, right? But then maybe your dominant belief is money's hard to get. So then guess what? You're going to manifest being rich, but it's going to be hard to get. So this is what Scripture's talking about, is that sometimes you have to take your belief to the high priest to then measure against it. Here's the problem with that. When you do that, and that's why Jesus is sometimes even against it, because what's happening is you're measuring your individual beliefs against your beliefs about life, and then one will always shape the other. The other will always shape the other, right? I know that's very wordy, but very academic. Sounds very smart. But what it's saying is that also beliefs form an identity. That means a person. You become that person. So again, really simple example. I am rich. Money's hard to come by. You're going to experience those both as true because you have these general beliefs about life. Then you have the individual personal beliefs about what money is based on memories. And all you're doing is you keep repeating those through memories. Okay, so you have you've either had a bundle of repeated memories, which like neuroscience calls an identity, right? You keep repeating and going back to and saying, yeah, but remember this, I remember when. We're always remembering when. That's very key to remember. So using Neville's technique of I remember when, we're always doing it. Because we're always remembering when something happened, right? We're always recalling why we do actions, why we buy things in our houses, why we live the way we live. All of those have a memory and a belief and an emotion, which, by the way, is a self-concept. Check out my other video on a self-concept, how to actually make one, break one, and sustain one. Doing a workshop now in my Discord, which is free. Check on the link on my bio. If you can't access it, hit me up on my email. I'll make sure that you get it. Free supportive community. So, again, what you're dealing with, though, is this idea that every belief that you accept and that you don't change, you live. You believe and you become, right? Becoming means you are that person. I'd rather say it that way because the brain works like a story machine. So then what's happening is you're generating story after story after story, okay? And you're living that story and you live from that story. You react from that story. You breathe from that story, right? And so everything that you believe about life comes true. That's really what it's saying, right? And yet you keep like going and saying, well, look at what happened. Yeah, that's where you need to stop. That's where you need to stop it because that's where revision comes in. And check out my video on revision. We're going to do another workshop on how to revise in my Discord group. So check that out. It is for a small paid fee, but you get loads of other people involved, loads of supportive community, a Q&A time, and a free workbook after the workshop. So definitely get in touch about that and more about the weekly workshops that we're doing in the Discord. So again, back to this idea. What it is. A belief is something that you keep repeating, but the reason why you repeat it is because you have a memory that reinforces it with a strong emotion. So a self-concept is a series of 3 things: your emotions, your beliefs, and your memories, and they keep feeding each other, okay? And then they form other beliefs. So then when Neville says you need to change your state, he's saying you need to change not one belief, you need to change all of those beliefs, because then the dominant belief is going to be the one that guides all of the other micro beliefs, okay? So definitely work on this. And the way that you can work on this is by going in and doing parts integration. This is a technique from NLP, and I've shared it with it on another video on NLP techniques. Check that out. But basically what you want to do is you want to imagine that you're sitting in a room, and imagine a scene. You're sitting first person. There's a circle of chairs, and every chair is an emotion, right? Every chair, good, bad, any emotion that we feel is there. Sit with them. Let them talk to you. Let them tell you why they exist, but also why are you feeling that emotion in the moment. And that begins the healing process, right? And you begin to form rock solid beliefs that give you the life that you deserve.